This is BMK, where we inspire others to be more knowledgeable, be more kind, and be more aware. This week's guest is a beautiful entrepreneur, a Baltimore native, a spiritual queen. Would you like to introduce yourself to my guests? To my viewers, I'm sorry.
It's all right. Hello, everyone. It is your girl, I Am Legend. My government name is, of course, Inge Marie Harris, but I prefer you call me Goddess Legend. I am the owner and host of Anythangoes podcast. I am also a journey coach called the Journeyofasoulsister. I do motivational speaking and mentorship. So I'm glad to be here.
Well, thank you for joining us. And let's start off with a little bit of motivation. What motivated you to write Journey of a Soul Sister?
One day I was sitting at home and I was going through different stages in my life. And I was like, my story, I've been through so much. How do I get it out there? How do I get it out there? And I've always loved books, but growing up, how I grew up, it was kind of shunned upon a little bit. Like, read that. If you ain't reading urban novels, then what's the point? But I've never been a person to really like urban novels that much because I lived it. So it wasn't no point. And I was like, you know what? I could do this. I could be an author. I could do this. I could tell my story. And that's what motivated me, actually.
So did you have like a journalistic background from the beginning, or was it just like passion?
I've never had a journalist background ever in my life. It just came to me, honestly.
Oh, no. I just asked because a lot of people feel like you need some sort of educational background in order to get things accomplished.
Absolutely not. Let me tell y'all something. Now that it is 2022, we have Google. We have everything you want to know is at the palm of our hands. So, in YouTube University, hello. It will teach you a lot of things, and people, believe it or not, you got to put yourself in the places where you want to be. So if you feel like this is something you want to do, then start looking up those type of avenues and learn from other people and listen, because that's the best knowledge, the best teacher, someone who already did it. So no, you don't have to have any type of background to do it. There's manuscript outlines for you. There is just so many resources that you can sign up, and classes you could take for free if that's something you want to do. So.
And seeing as though being from Baltimore, we have this stigma where they say like, it's the crab in the barrel, it's cliquey. Mm-hmm. What motivation would you give people who are, down about trying to start a business or fearful?
Yes, it is true. Our Baltimore home is very clicky, but let me tell you something. Create your own avenue. The people that's supposed to be for you, they're going to flock to you. And that's just that simple. Why would you even want to be in anybody else's circles you're uncomfortable in?
Absolutely.
So make your own circle. Well, I don't believe in circles, but get your own tribe. Just that simple. A circle can only go so far, get stretched out of shape, and then you know how that goes. So that's why I don't say circle or box. But yes, we do have a lot of people that have that crab in the barrel mentality. And unfortunately, it could be the only people that's closer to you who don't want to see you go any further, or they feel like you're being phony or switching up because you change. And the one thing about us in life, we always change, we always grow, but we try to stay stagnant because we think about what other people has to say. And if you lose those people, then so be it.
Very motivational. Very motivational. So from the business aspect, do you have any tips or like trade secrets that you could give new entrepreneurs or people looking into becoming like an author?
Okay. Make sure it's something you want to do. Don't beat yourself up. Do your homework on how you want it to go. Figure out what kind of author you want to be, because there's so many different types of authors out there. Like I said, find your tribe, find who you want to relate to and who you want to talk to, and just do it. Don't waste your time. Just do it. And business side of it, open up a bank account. If you want to be a self-publisher, there's so many different places. I went through KDP originally, which is through Amazon. They'll walk you through the whole steps. You can pay for an editor who will edit your book. It may take a while, but listen to these people. Trust me, it took me a while, but listen to these people. And vice versa. And you may not get it right the first time, but when you go back, you'll be fine. Get your business bank account, build your business credit. Like it depends on what type of business you're trying to do. Just make sure that you do your homework, and it's going to be some pitfalls, and it ain't going to always turn out exactly what you think it's going to be, but it always works out for the best.
Okay. Well, this is like a double question, like a 2-part question. Mm-hmm. So you definitely have a book signing coming up.
Yes.
So I want you to drop the location and information for that. Mm-hmm. And if we are so lucky, would you give us a small excerpt from the book?
Oh, of course. No problem. My first official, I've never done this before, you guys. I don't want y'all to think I'm a pro. This is all new to me, new editor. This will be my first book author signing. I do have some other ones lined up, but it's official. It's very important for me to have it here in Baltimore since I am raised and born here. And I'm really big on like Black excellence and things like that. So a friend of mine, he owns the Black Genius Art Show Gallery down on Utah Street, right down the street, actually from Lexington Market, believe it or not. He has amazing artwork. He always does things for the community. So that's where I'll be having it July 9th from 3 to 6. Come on in, to be light refreshments. It's going to be some spoken word from my friend Josh. He does spoken word in the city. If you heard of him, if not, come through and listen to him and his poetry. It's going to be a live reading, soft music playing, of course, books to sign. And also I'm going to drop something special for you guys, because not only did I write my own book, which is a series, by the way, 3 parts. I actually have a journal for us women that I created for us as well. So that part, and I'll show you just a little bit of what the journal looks like, the front page. So this is the journal, and it says "Stop Mismanaging." I don't know if I can cuss on here, so and the reason for this journal is for us women. We're not taught certain things, or we don't value ourselves on certain levels, and it takes lots of years of experience, trust me, I'm telling you, in order. And I wish someone would have talked to me about some of these things I go over in the journal. And I ask you impromptu questions, asking you like, what value do you think that your vagina holds? I said the other word, but I'm being clean on this one. How do you make others value your vagina? I also have quotes in here from famous people who openly talk about their lady parts, which give you motivation at the same time. I have a weekly check-in that you check in, and I ask you questions as far as sexual partners or how it's feeling today and things like that, and how are you going to make it feel better for the week. And also a period tracker for those who are still getting their periods, and free space to just go ahead and journal. I go through different stages in it. So that's just a little snippet that I will have for you guys at the book signing, but there will be a QR code where you can order it yourself and have it delivered, because I didn't know for sure. So this is my book, part 1. It's called The Journey of a Soul Sister, The Birth of a Caterpillar by Inge Marie Harris. On the back of the book, that's me. This is just an excerpt. And I say, come take this journey with your soul sister who feels lost and trying to find her way in Baltimore's inner city. This is a book that I will be sharing my life story, childhood abuse and trauma, never fitting in with my family, fighting for my own mother to love me, from teen pregnancy, homelessness, drug life, and abusive relationships. With so many odds stacked against me, I never once gave up on myself. So that's the back of the book. And it basically tells you a little autobiography, like what I'm currently doing now and what I do for my children. So this is what I will say. I'm going to read the table of contents to you, and you tell me which one you want me to pick, okay?
Okay.
All right. So the first one of the table of contents, it says 609 Main Street, crying out for help. Crying never solves anything, chapter 3. Chapter 4, April 2nd, 1997. Chapter 5, The Move. Chapter 6, New Family. Chapter 7, Trauma Bonding. Chapter 8, In Love with a Narcissist. Chapter 9, If You Love Me, You Will Stay.
Ooh. Okay. So I'm in the Aries. So April the 2nd is drawing towards me. Okay. But I also want to hear about being in love with a narcissist. Mm-hmm. So
flip a coin, flip a coin, flip a coin.
Let's go with the general topic of being in love with a narcissist.
Okay. Would you like for me to read the dedication or acknowledgements, or just go straight in?
Let's just go straight in.
Okay. Well, let me do the introduction first, because that makes sense. Introduction. You do know our souls exist before we were a thought. You know they say we got to go through some shit before we can get to where we need to. That way you have a story to tell or some bullshit like that. Well, hey, do I have a story and a journey to share? Guess what? I know I haven't made it to where I'm supposed to go yet. This journey has been no joke. I am still on it, to keep it real with you. But on the way, I was fortunate enough to find happiness with myself, my soul, and to never, ever give up. Don't compromise what I stand for no fuck nigga or no weak bitch. And most importantly, my money. Sit back, get your tissues, your drink, your blunt, your Bible, your sage, your crystals, or whatever you need to get you through this book forever, The Journey of a Soul Sister. So that's the introduction.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to In Love with the Narcissist. Ooh. Now, all of this book is an autobiography. This is my story. So in the beginning of the book, In Love with a Narcissist, I break down what a definition of a narcissist is, because a lot of us use words that we do not know the full definition and what it really means.
This is true.
This is a personality disorder of someone who serves types of personality disorders and a mental condition in which people have an inferior sense of their own importance and a deep for expression attention and admire troubled relationships, a lack of empathy for others, but behind this mask of extreme confidence lies a fragile self-esteem that's valuable slightly to criticism. That is a narcissist. Alrighty, so here we go. Marcus, that's his name. He says, I love you. Excuse me. I love you. You don't need anyone but me. You hear me, Inge? Marcus, I said, I got you. I said, you won't want for nothing, Inge. Inge, you love me, right? I respond, I say, me. Yes, I love you, Marcus. Marcus says, then prove it. I say, how? I thought I was. You don't believe I love you, Marcus? Marcus says, I believe you love me, but not how I love you. I say, what do I have to do to show you I love you? To show that I had to love you. I thought that I had done everything you wanted me to do. He says, don't I make sure you're fine? Don't I bring money in this house? Don't we have gifts? You don't want for anything, right? Correct. Later in life, I learned what he really did to get this money. So you will be in that part 2 of my book. King Marcus kept his promise to me and my family. We didn't want for nothing. He also was giving my mother money to put up so we could move and she could buy a house, buy a home. And he would also open a bank account to give me money. And just in case, he would also say, put this money away for a lawyer, just on standby, just in case. One day, King Marcus and I were sitting in the dining room table, and he said to me that you're a little street smart, but I really need to teach you the game. Teach me? What do you mean, teach me the game? Let me tell you something. I'm going to show you how you can never outfox a fox. I said, listen, I don't know what you're talking about. Outfox a fox. What does that mean? He put a bag on the table with cocaine, baking soda, a measuring cup, and a pan files with red top. Then he said, all we need is water. I looked and wait. What? Why are you showing me this? He said, now you want to act like you don't know what we're about to be doing. I said, I'm not going to be doing this, anything like that anymore. I told you that life was behind me. He said, Inge, you want more money, right? We will be having another baby soon. So you need to do what I say.
Ooh.
I said, sorry, I just laughed. It was funny. Now that I read it back to me, I swear I laughed. All right, he says, what to do just in case something ever happens to me and you need to take over the business. Just then, a knock came on the door. It was his homeboy C. King Marcus, his homeboy C was real close. You talking about two peas in a pod? Well, that was them. When King Marcus would leave for days and he would leave C at the house to watch over us. Marcus said, yo, C, she think I'm fucking playing with her. I was like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not playing with you. He said, who the fuck you talking to? Inge, do you know who I am? I said, what? I don't know what you're talking about. He said, bitch, you don't know what the fuck I would do to you? I said, bitch, what the fuck you calling a bitch? The next thing I knew, he had his hands around my throat and I kicked him in his balls. He let me go and he said, don't you fucking think that I'm that type of bitch. He said, I will do more to you than you would ever know. I said, what? Don't think you can put your fucking hands on me. Keep in mind, I grew up watching my mother get her ass beat and fighting, and never fighting niggas or hitting them back. So me hitting him back was an automatic response. Marcus starts to laugh and I say, what's so funny? You want to fight, right? His response, and he said, AC, yo, I love her. She crazy, just like me. I didn't know if you wanted me to go on, but
no, listen. I want you to go on, but listen, I want you also to stop because we gotta give that suspense level.
Yes,
for the buyers, you know.
Yes.
Wow, I need that book.
Thank you.
I need that in my life. Geez. Okay.
It's all right.
No, because like as a woman, certain things can touch you, motivate you. It could be like nostalgia because you've been through certain things. We as women, we hold things in and we don't talk about enough topics to know that we've been in similar situations with each other and how much we can be unified by those situations. So with that being said, like, do you have, with motivational speaking, are your topics geared more towards women or is it just the overall?
I would say it's more towards women, but I do also speak for men as well, so we can have a better understanding and communicate better with each other. So it depends on where a person is in the topic, because just because it's our story and us women, we can relate. Sometimes these men need to hear these stories so they can understand where our pain comes from, or what we're taught to believe, or what we're programmed, not even taught, because I always say programmed to believe, and how we move with certain things or how we respond to certain things. They need to hear our stories. So at my book signing, there will be men there as well that I do know that things have known me for years, but don't even know the real story, because like you said, us women, we keep things in, and so does men. So yeah.
Okay, I don't want to feel like I missed anything. So if there's like a shameless plug or like, anything attached to you that we didn't speak on that you feel like, oh, you know what? I need to let the world know.
Okay. So every Thursday on Instagram Live from a Journey of a Soul Sister page, a friend of mine, well, he's like my brother, we do Tales of Two Scorpios. And what we do is do motivational speaking through people who have businesses, and they tell their story just a little bit, and we just sow seeds into them and let them know that you can keep it moving, because today's world, we have so many negative things coming against us, and we just not sticking together and making sure we're all together. So that's every Thursday at 7 p.m. My Journey of a Soul Sister page I go live on. Every Friday, I am also a host on a friend of mine's podcast. It's called Chilling with Jose. It's on all platforms. It doesn't matter which one you find it. It's got like a little red man on the front, like you're drinking a juice. And it's where 4 friends get together and we just talk about anything that's on our mind, and we just ask questions. Anything Goes podcast. I will be dropping a new episode August the 1st. You heard it here first. I was going to announce it this Saturday, and it will be different. It will be different. It will not be what you are used to seeing, but it will be better. So different is always better. And with that being said, if you need me, just hit the links in my bio. I have the journals for sale for you ladies. Trust me, it's very informational. Ask you questions, you'll love it. Get it for a young girl. because we got to start somewhere in my book, part 1. I won't drop part 2 until next year.
Exclusive content. Okay, so we've been from motivation to narcissist, to author. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit because I do random questions. And since it is July, this month is National Culinary Arts Month. Can you give me your top 3 favorite foods?
So I love salad. I love salad. I love rice. I can eat rice all day long. Not white rice, but rice, because I'm a pescatarian and most of my diet is also plant-based. And I love, 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 love fruit. That's it.
Well, that was quick and I love it.
Yep, I got it.
Well, I would like to thank you for giving me your time. And I also would love for you to drop your handles and, reiterate the location for your book signing, everything and everywhere where people can find you, buy your products.
Okay, no problem. So on Amazon, you just type in Inge Marie Harris. Inge Marie, I have 2 first names. One is hyphenated. It's spelled INGE MARIE. I'll get you that information as well. So if you want to put the link with whoever. You will have my journal on there and my autobiography that's willing to purchase. My book signing is this Saturday, which is July 9th, 2022, from 3 to 6 p.m. There's a whole itinerary at the Black Art Genius Art Show. And what else? Oh, IG. You can definitely look me up on Journeyofasoulsister page. Anything to get in contact with me, to book me, motivational speaking, journey coaching, any of those type of things, you just hit the link in my bio, and it's called the Journey of a Soul Sister, all one word. That's it. Oh, and anything goes. I forgot. I'm sorry. And also, anything goes is spelled ANYTHANGOES. You go ahead and you can look me up. I'm on YouTube if you want to watch any of my previous episodes from where I started, when I first started getting into podcasting, and as it grew to where it will start to change and develop differently.
Okay. Well, all of her handles will be in the description box below. This is BMK, where we inspire others to be more knowledgeable, be more kind, be more aware, and to always stay in the know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe below, and share with a friend. Peace.